Let's get us on. Hi, I'm Lorenzo Thomas.
And I'm Jeff Fox.
And we are the Sports Brothers. And this is, I guess we can call this our new show. It's called Review and Preview, where we'll take some of the big sporting events that have happened over the course of the weekend and kind of review what has happened there. And then we'll take a look at what's coming up in the upcoming weekend right here on Review and Preview with the Sports Brothers. Now, Jeff, of course, we'll start off the show talking about our Miami Heat. I am a big Miami Heat fan, and he's a Laker fan, so he can't wait to get to that part of the show.
I like the Heat too.
But right now, basically, we're 21 games into the season, and the Miami Heat are sporting a 15-6 record. And of course, last night they lost to the Boston Celtics. I think the final score was 112-93 off the top. And a game where the Heat did come out and look as if they were going to be able to handle the Boston Celtics because they jumped out to a double-digit lead in the second quarter, but you know, as that quarter rolled on, the Celtics went on like a 21-5 run and were leading big at the half.
Well, I expected the Heat to lose this game, Lorenzo.
Really?
I mean, it was the second of back-to-back. Four of the Heat's, 6 losses have been on the second night of back-to-backs.
Yeah.
So after the fantastic effort in Toronto, which I do want to talk about, I was very impressed by that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was probably the most significant win of the season. It would have been a bit much to ask them the very next night to face a very hard-nosed and tough Boston Celtics team and come off with a victory. But I was very impressed, man, by this Heat team on this road trip, but I did expect them to lose to Boston.
Well, like I said at the top, I like the way they came out. They came out and had a 11-point lead in the second quarter, and I was very surprised because they had played. This was the third game in 4 nights. And if you think about it, the game prior to that against Toronto, which we'll talk about more, went into overtime.
Yes.
So after looking at this game, we could talk about the Toronto game, but after watching it, it was like, okay, you had Jimmy Butler came out and scored 37 points. This was a game that kind of indicated that this is a young team and the guys haven't matured, that the Heat may need that extra superstar if they want to beat a team like Boston or Toronto in the 7-game season.
In the 7-game, you're absolutely right. You're gonna need another star or a superstar. Now there's rumors. All right, the word on the street is the San Antonio Spurs might be interested in dangling DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge to the Miami Heat.
Now, what will the Heat have to give up?
In exchange, the Miami Heat would have to give up.
Say Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters.
Yeah. All right.
Dion Waiters. Justice Winslow.
Okay.
Kelly Olynyk or Myers Leonard.
Okay.
Would you make that trade?
Yes, I would make that trade because you're getting DeRozan, right? So he can play the point along with Jimmy and along with, you don't have to give up Dragic, right? So then I would keep Kelly because I think Kelly's a better three-point shooter. Olynyk, even though it's Myers, I think he's shooting a better percentage right now. But if you have Aldridge, you don't need Myers anymore.
Right.
Because now you got Bam. And now if you're able to line up Bam next to Aldridge, oh my goodness. On the defensive side of the ball, you'll have DeRozan, Aldridge, Bam, and Butler.
Yeah. I think this is definitely
the
Heat, in my opinion, right now, top 4 team in the East.
I'd give you that.
Right now, top 4 team. If the trade, and we're speaking of hypotheticals, of course, but if this trade were to happen, definitely maybe top 3. This certainly changes the perspective. And when you look at a coach like Eric Spoelstra, a guy that can turn lemon into lemonade, and yeah, I mean, well, yes, a lot of folks.
And congratulations to Eric Spoelstra because his wife, they're expecting another child, so he didn't coach the team last night in Boston. And another thing about that trade, when we saw the Heat go up against the Philadelphia 76ers, they had a hard time matching up. I mean, it was really hard for them to match up against Ben Simmons and Embiid.
Yeah.
It was just hard. They don't have the length that Philadelphia has, and you saw that in that game. So that trade, we see that on the San Antonio side. We haven't heard any of those rumors on the Heat side, have we?
I've heard some rumblings. I've heard some rumblings, with some of my sources, but nothing concrete yet. It's just pure speculation at this point. But it's something I would consider because this team, as great as we love the effort. As
Right.
much as we love the effort in Toronto the other night, you're not going to beat them in a 7-game series right now.
Right.
Not with this young team as they currently
But
built.
you see, none is struggling right
Yeah.
now. Hero has to find his way into the lineup, and he needs basically consistency to get in rhythm. And of course, Bam is coming to life, and even Charles Barkley called him a monster last night on TNT. So
Let me add also, though, I love the ball movement.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Raptor game,
Yes.
I was so impressed.
Yes.
And again, Eric Spoelstra, man.
Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra's an amazing coach.
yeah, and you didn't see it last night. You could see, and they committed a lot of fouls last night. So
Yeah.
that's a sign of a very tired team. You're not moving your feet. You're reaching a lot, and Boston beat them by I guess it was like 23 points. Just at the free throw line, and then Miami committed close to, I think, 19 or 20 turnovers, and Boston committed only 6. But
Let's say this, though. Certainly the Heat, right now, they match up with any one of the top 4 teams.
Got that right, Jeff. It's been an exciting first quarter of the NBA season, and now we're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter of the NFL. So we'll be right back to talk about some football, my Dolphins, his Raiders, right here on Review and Preview with the Sports Brothers. Well, if you're just checking in, I'm Lorenzo Thomas. This is Jeff Fox. We are the Sports Brothers, and this is Review and Preview. And, of course, we're going to preview a game that's coming up next week. The Los Angeles Lakers will be coming to town to take on our Miami Heat. I'll be at the game, and Jeff, I don't know if you're not going to be able to make the game, huh?
I won't be able to make the game.
Well,
but
I will be there covering the game, and the Los Angeles Lakers are a team right now that is in the headlines because they are dominating with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Absolutely. 2 superstars.
Yeah.
And nothing in the NBA is guaranteed, of course. You have to play the game on the court. But they're 19-3 right now, tied with the Milwaukee Bucks for the best record in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think LeBron James has found the fountain of youth, man.
Didn't you the other day say he is the best player of all time?
The best basketball player I've ever seen is LeBron James.
Wow.
Better than Michael Jordan, better than Kobe Bryant.
And you saw Michael Jordan win all 6 championships, right?
I saw Jordan's 6 championships.
Okay.
I saw Kobe's 5 championships.
Right.
And I've seen LeBron's L's in the finals.
Right.
Each
And
time
that's
he
why
took
that's why he'll never
There's
be
just-
better than Jordan because of those L's. That's it. I mean, that's the end of the debate. It's over with those L's.
Muhammad Ali took losses, and he's the greatest boxer of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you get beat. Jordan, of
But
course, never lost.
Muhammad doesn't have a rival.
Yes, he does.
Who's in the conversation?
Ali
of
and
being-
Frazier.
But Frazier's not considered the best fighter of all time.
No, but
He's
Ali
not.
Frazier.
He had a rival, but you're talking
was his
about.
rival.
But
Joe
there's
Frazier
no
was
one.
out.
There's no who do we say? It goes hands down. I mean, if you want to go, you want to say Rocky Marciano or maybe
No,
Joe Louis
no.
or Sugar Ray. Not Leonard.
When you think of
Sugar
Ali,
Ray,
you
This-
think of Frazier. When
you think of
Sugar-
them, but you don't think of Frazier being the greatest of all time.
No, not
That's
at
what
all.
I meant. When I say rival,
So
of
you
course
mean-
he
you
needed a
mean-
rival. He
okay.
needed a rival in order to bring the best out of him.
Yes.
But Jordan's rival to being called the best of all time is LeBron James. It's no question we say Muhammad Ali is the greatest fighter of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson's not even in that conversation. We knew Mike was great during his era.
Right.
So basically, Jordan's the best, hands down. And I even think that if you put LeBron James in the era that Jordan played in, he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing right now.
You got to be kidding me.
I don't think he'd be able to do what he's doing right now. No, I don't think so.
LeBron James
Nope.
is built like Karl Malone.
It doesn't
like
matter.
George
And then he
McGinnis.
probably would have had
With
a
the
career.
handles
He probably
of
would
a
have had a
Magic
career
Johnson.
like
The
like
man
Karl
is
Malone.
35 years old right now. I mean, he should be getting ready for the rocking chair.
You can't even touch him now.
Have you seen the Lakers this season?
I've seen some games.
I
I've
mean-
seen some games. And I like LeBron James, but we're comparing him to Michael Jordan.
At this stage in their careers, LeBron's still right now the best player in basketball.
Well, got a 4-year jump on him because he came straight out of high school. I think the only player that's playing right now, Carmelo's back in the NBA, so the only player I think that's playing in the NBA right now that came in that draft with LeBron is Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
So he got a 4-year jump on everyone.
He did. I mean, straight out of high school, I'll give you that. But again, from what I'm doing, the eye test, watching this man, the way he's playing defense,
we need to go back and watch some of those.
Everybody thought he was washed up.
Got to watch some of those games.
There was all this talk about the next
in the 90s.
Great player in basketball being Giannis, and who was the other one they're talking about? Kevin Durant,
James Harden,
Kevin Durant. Everybody's past LeBron. No. Breaking news: the King is still the King.
LeBron answers. She knocks it out of the park there. How about
and we're back here. It's Review and Preview with the Sports Brothers. I'm Lorenzo Thomas.
And I'm Jeff Fox.
And of course, hey, do me a favor and check out my radio station, 100 Hip Hop and R&B FM. It's on any platform you can find. In fact, we're on the biggest platform in the world. All you have to do is just Google 100 Hip Hop. That's all you got to type in. And type that in there, and bam, you'll see us. We're on iHeart, we're on TuneIn, we're on MyTuner Radio, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, so many. Or you can just go to livefromthemia.com, and you'll be able to find us. And Jeff, boy, he's in the streets, big time DJ now.
Hey,
Jeff.
man, I'm on these streets, man.
That's right.
I'm at the Round Table on Wednesday nights for Wind Down Wednesdays, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Old School Sundays, which you would love, Lorenzo.
Yeah.
At the Round Table, where I play all the old school jams.
Right.
And periodically, I'm also at the Top Notch Cigar Lounge, right across the street from Hard Rock Stadium. So, yeah, your boys in these streets, man, with the hits.
Yeah, but we definitely love sports, without a doubt. This weekend, big game coming up for my Miami Dolphins as they travel up to New York to take on the New York Jets. And I do have to say something about the last time that the Jets were here. Oh, my goodness. I was on the sideline for that game, and I actually sat on the Jet. Well, I was taking pictures on the Jet sideline,
right.
Jeff. And never before have I heard fans attack their own coach the way the fans of the New York Jets attacked Adam Gase. It was something that you want to talk about vulgar?
Yeah.
Oh, it was vulgar.
Oh, it was.
Oh, vulgar. I mean, and all the players heard them saying, "Fire Adam Gase! Fire Adam Gase!" loud and clear. And of course, with the Miami Dolphins coming to town, it's basically reiterating the fact that he was a coach that the Jets should really never have hired.
Well,
I don't think they should hire him. I mean, basically his track record is because of what he did with Peyton Manning when he was offensive coordinator or offensive coach for the Denver Broncos.
the Jets, I think will keep Adam Gase.
Oh, yeah.
I think
They're
will.
going to keep him, but
Yeah, and I think Adam Gase has a shot to
No.
do something special.
no.
I can't believe I'm saying this,
No.
but they have a couple of good wins. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Raiders, two teams that are borderline playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Jets will win this game. I think they will try to redeem Coach Gase
Right.
because of what happened here in Miami. I think they'll be more motivated.
The Jets have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players on injured reserve. And one thing I would have to say out of this season as far as the Miami Dolphins are concerned, I think the Jets have 4 wins and the Dolphins have 3. We thought we were tanking. Tua still may fall to the Dolphins, right? You know what I'm saying? Based on the
You
injury.
don't know about Tua, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. But based on his injury, we thought he was going number 1, and it looks like now Chase, was the defensive end, Chase Young, may go number 1 in the draft, and Tua may fall to 4 and 5. We never know. But one thing that has come out of this season that is great is that the Dolphins do know they have a coach. And
Definitely.
go with the flow. Go with Brian. We got Spo and Flo here in South Florida, which are coaching these young players up. So we have, if anything out of this season, even though we've won more than what we anticipated, Brian Flores just has these guys. He's picking up so many players off of waiver wires and just basically putting them in his system, and they're executing the plan. And if the Dolphins move the ball the way they did last week against Philadelphia Eagles, the Jets are not winning this game.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to have to wait until they actually play the game. That's why they play the game, on any given Sunday. But I think it'll be a great effort by both teams. And yes, I do agree that Brian Flores, his personality, this team has taken on his personality. How many times do you hear that?
I think Flores, and as crazy as it is sounding, and I've heard some commentators say this, he has to be considered, Brian Flores, as coach of the year.
No.
He has to be. He will get some votes because he will get some votes. Some people will vote for him. Mark my words.
Are
it may
you
be one.
kidding me?
He needs to
Are
be
you
considered.
kidding
What
me?
would they expect it to be?
At the bottom of
Zero.
At the bottom of the division.
Zero.
Where are they right now?
Zero.
Where-
They were expected to get no wins. None.
Okay, so you get a couple more. What do you want, a cookie?
But because of what he's had to work with and how they stripped down, he could be in the running for Coach of the Year. He'll get a couple of nominations. I'm not saying a bunch. A couple of people may give it to him.
Brian
but
Flores?
He might get how many people? There may be 100. He might get 2. Okay,
He won't get any.
He might get. He might.
Listen.
Somebody from Miami be like, you know what he did with these guys right here. He may get Coach of the Year. He deserves the nomination.
I'll give him a couple of claps or a cookie or a nice job, pal.
But just getting back to the Patriots. We'll get back to the Patriots because comes down to coaching. And I think I mentioned Flores because he's part of the New England Patriots.
Well, he's brought some of that toughness. He's
Yes.
brought some of that game preparedness,
Right.
which we didn't see early in the season.
Well, he had to
mesh it,
like
But we've seen it
Mika
lately.
Fitzpatrick did not buy into what Brian Flores
Right.
was trying to do, and he wanted out.
Yeah.
Someone like Rowe, who came from New England, who's a cornerback, has adjusted to what Flores wants, and he's playing wherever he wants to. I just wish that Mika Fitzpatrick. I wish they would have just put Mika at safety and let him play safety, and he'd probably still be here. But back to the Patriots is where they've come. Early on in the season, they had Josh Gordon and Antonio Brown. They're both gone, and he's lost Gronk, and Gronk cannot come out of retirement now because the deadline is passed. So what we're seeing is a team that had 3 basic Pro Bowlers that are no longer on their offense, and now the defenses are doubling Julian Edelman. They're putting another cornerback in there to cover James White or whoever out of the backfield, and they're not running the ball as well as they've done in the past.
Yeah.
And now their offense is struggling, and Tom Brady is not the Tom Brady he was 2 years ago.
Yeah, we're seeing Brady struggle. This will be interesting to see how the playoffs
Yeah.
go. They take on the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday.
Oh, my goodness.
Chiefs are explosive. Patriots defense explosive defensively. That'll be a good matchup.
Man, I might need to pick up Kansas City's defense in fantasy football, man.
And
where's the game? Kansas City?
In New England.
Okay, I won't pick them up.
Yeah, in New England. And this is going to be interesting, man. Again, I don't think the Pats have that loaded arsenal that they typically have. And as a matter of fact, they typically don't have a loaded arsenal.
Right.
They've managed to beat teams with YMCA guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Who?
YMCA guys.
Who? New England?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you take out Gronk, he's a superstar. You take out Edelman, I would say he's a star. They've done it year after year. I've never seen anything like them.
Wow.
17 straight AFC East.
And the AFC East division has been bad. It has been bad. So it's been kind of easy for them to do that as well. So, and they win all those games and they get a home game in New England.
If this Patriot team gets to the Super Bowl, I already consider Belichick the greatest and Brady as well at his position. They'll be the greatest squared.
I mean, they're the greatest organization of all time now.
Yeah.
So you can't take
Cheating and all. So,
anyway.
Do we have to talk about the Raiders?
We don't have to if you don't want to.
When we were 6-4, I was on top of the world.
Right.
We've gotten blown out by the Jets and then by the Kansas City Chiefs. And I've come to a realization now, Lorenzo.
What's that?
Derek Carr sucks.
Derek Carr sucks.
Derek Carr sucks.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, I give up. The only way you can prove me or change my mind, take this Raider team to the AFC Championship.
Well,
that's the only way. And if he does not do that, then I'm on board with getting rid of Derek Carr in the offseason and making a run at Cam Newton. Because apparently, with Ron Rivera being fired, we don't know what the future is there.
Right.
God forbid, I'm even slightly interested in Jameis Winston.
You want Josh Rosen?
No.
We'll trade you Josh Rosen for sure.
No. And there's one thing I wanted to bring up as well while we're on the NFL is I really wouldn't mind. I don't think it's going to happen, but I wish we would have made a who played for Colin Kaepernick.
Oh.
Because I still think Cap is young enough and has enough left in those legs. As you can see the trend in the NFL.
Right.
Copycat league.
Right.
Run the Ravens type offense. Strong running game, running quarterback. And who did it better than Cap? He's got the NFL record for most yards in a playoff game by an NFL quarterback, 181 yards.
And I did see him firsthand last time he played for the San Francisco 49ers at Hard Rock Stadium. I mean, you go pull up that game and you look at his stats, he almost single-handedly won that game by himself. We could go into more about Cap, but I think we need a whole show just for that.
And a PR firm.
Without a doubt. But I had some stuff to say about Stephen A. Smith. You know, I really do. I like Stephen A. Smith. I really do.
Good friend of mine.
I just think that he's been unfairly treated and is being cast as a sellout and an Uncle Tom by a lot of people, you know, on social media. And I think
because of his stance on
on the Kaepernick stance. So we'll talk about that next time on Review and Preview. We'll come up next, all right? I'm Lorenzo Thomas.
And I'm Jeff Fox.
And we are the Sports Brothers. Until next time.
Go Raiders.